Hello, everybody. Welcome to my third recommended sets match here against russ2. First set comes from Dark Ages and Interlands. 5-2 looks probably not great. I would expect the play here to be getting Altar and then, trying your best to do Ironmonger's Catacombs. You might eventually use some tunnel stuff for payload. Or even that, the bias terminal, so it's a little bit dicey. Yeah, this is not a good split. Back in the day, we used to just play Storeroom Tunnel straight up. I don't like this scheme opening. Well, I mean, you're gonna go scheme Spice Merchant. That's fine, actually. It doesn't really give you a shot at 6, but it's not crazy. Anyway, back in the olden days, we used to sometimes play Storeroom Tunnel just straight up, and that was sometimes viable. I don't really expect it to be viable here. We could go for a Catacombs, which gives us some kind of outside shot of hitting 6. And otherwise, I guess, well, if we draw it here, it helps pretty much no matter what. We can just flip to Spice Merchant. You see 3 coppers, though, we may just take the Altar. We're gonna likely have a little bit of collision here. The fact, since we sort of got the high roll on the opening, we may be kind of back in it. Silver buy seems fine, I guess. I don't know. This looks good. More silver, but I don't know about the second silver. There's got to be some limits here. Gotta have a little decency. We could go Nomad Camp, or so not Nomad Camp, Nomad's Ironmonger here if we wanted to. I mean, again, I'm not like totally clear on what the end deck looks like. Still probably actually just Spice Merchant. Still. And just scheme. I don't think I need to buy any money. We can eventually get Tunnel and Oasis, I think. Hopefully in these 3 cards we find the Necropolis. I get a Catacombs. Okay. Well, let's see. We're gonna trash the OE. If we discard, we're trashing the OE, and it's gonna be a shuffle trigger. Otherwise, we have like a 1/3 shot of hitting OE. I mean, the shuffle trigger isn't too terrible. Let's get the village whatever on top. Dude, double Ironmonger. All we're really trying to do is just have this same turn again. Basically. Or as close to it as we can get. This is probably discard, right? We could. I'll give us 8. I'm down. So, do you think we want the tunnel? The question is if we just want the oasis or if we want the storeroom. You can't really use 3 buys yet. And the action situation is a little bit questionable as well. I'm going to go with the sure thing, Necropolis, instead of Ironmonger, even though, of course, there's a chance that Ironmonger is a good deal more helpful. They still don't have an altar, so that really sucks for them. Not for me. Of course, for me, it rules. But Nomad stuff has been pretty fun here. Mostly interested in Ironmongers. And like one more Catacombs. This may be a little excessive on the how do you say? We can get nomads again. That may be a little bit much. I maybe got a little. That last gold game may have been a little ill-advised. Do we want another nomads? Do we just want like Scheme Ironmonger here? Potentially Storeroom Ironmonger, I guess. You even have the Spice Merchant with the copper right off rip here. I think the money gap's gonna be a problem. Ultimately. We're not gonna 3-pile. We could toss a nomad. It's not that good. Let's just keep it. I mean, the ironmongers are good enough. It's not like you have to activate. Sometimes sometimes you get the feeling that people like have this compulsion to activate. You don't necessarily need that. Particularly given. So is there just a gold in there? That means we probably do need to do the Oasis now. We'll take one here. Okay. Probably trash and a nomads. What do we want? I guess a catacombs. We don't really want more golds at this point either. Well, my split was not good, but I did get the best version of the open I made, so I was quite lucky there to get that. It wasn't. I mean, the 5-2 is not great, but when you get the 6 off your catacombs play, it looks. You draw your catacombs turn 3 and get 6 with it, it looks pretty good. That was quite lucky. Okay. So this board is pretty annoying. At least a little bit annoying, right? It's like a wall board, but there's VP tokens, so the it's like secretly about hitting chariot races and or getting a good plunders encampment situation, I guess, going on. Because you're not gonna like, I mean, I don't know if one of the decks is pretty thin and has plunders, I think that's just going to outscore anything. I think you'll have enough time that will just sort of outscore anything. So that's kind of annoying, I guess. I mean, it's annoying if you think it really is just going to come down to that particular thing, which doesn't seem impossible to me. That would come down to that particular thing. Yeah, they do get beat up a little bit by the tax there. They don't have. I don't know how important Enchantress is, to be honest. I mean, you can get your duration draw from Wharf, and then you probably have some stuff that you can play. Not be dying too bad. otherwise. I'm not going to hit 5, which is, it's fine. I mean, it's not what you want, but you can live with it. I'm going to double encampment here. This may get us up to, like, well, obviously it gives us a really good shot of 6 and then, or 5, whatever it is. They're going to, okay, they take gold, which I think is fine, but probably incorrect. Okay, I was going to say we almost missed the, wharf. We do get there. I'm gonna buy one. This is unfortunate, but not too terribly surprising. I would sort of expect a wharf buy here. This is definitely a kind of a strange board. As I said. And here I would kind of like to hit. They just buy and it can't. Well, I guess if I hit 7, then that's fine. And recover the plunders. That's like pretty good. Now, unfortunately, we don't have, and like I probably don't play encampment here. I don't know. It's not that bad to lose one of them. Depends a bit on what that looks like. Okay, they're probably by wharf. Okay. Well, I'll take another encampment. Or not encampment. I'll take a plunder. I don't think the village. I don't think the village stuff really matters. You guys pretty much just. Do you have the plunders? What do we have here? Well, we have 4 if we go. It'll get down to. I have 8 in hand. I mean, the rest of the cards are coppers, right? So it would just be. We need to trash the warehouse. So we can buy a wharf. And then somehow it's just like. I don't know. I guess if you can stay thin enough while building some green, it's okay, but you have to be able to, you have to empty the provinces while you do it. So I guess you salvage away the provinces as you go along, maybe. I'm not really sure. That's kind of what I imagine you have to do. I guess also if your opponent just isn't playing the plunders as often, like I didn't play the. There are only a couple over wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 13, 14. I'm not at wall at all. Just tax province 5 times. That's almost where I'm at. I could have bought a wharf. Can buy some chariot races. Maybe he should have gone. I don't know. We can also just totally whiff on finding encampment again here. There's only scene 2. So we only... I mean, pretty easy to whiff this. I think the chariot race tax is probably in my advantage. At least slightly. I mean, I'm pretty okay with not buying one. Just super overdrawn. They also whiffed. Well, we both got unlucky there. This is such a weird kingdom. I think they can probably actually get through the provinces. Like, if they just get more salvagers, I think they can actually get through it. But I don't know if they fully recognize that or not. Maybe we should have put it on the province. Not really sure. Obviously, I'm like super behind here in some ways. Most ways, maybe even you could say. The tax dances are pretty funny though. We would have got a hit here, but we bottom decked the the thingies, whatever they're called. I don't even know. Do I run that cherry races? I mean, it doesn't. I also wonder if they could have gotten Gladiator and just like empty the provinces on a turn with salvaging other provinces. I don't know how I get through this. I think I probably lose. Seems fairly likely. I mean, they could dud again, I guess, but that's not terribly likely. Guess I could buy a province. I put all that stuff on there. I could buy the province. Then they just buy provinces, right? Yeah. I can take a couple of chariot races. It's just they're gonna get 2 guaranteed hits. My hits are gonna be pretty far from guaranteed. They didn't even have to set anything up. I wonder why. They must have had to. I don't know. Anyway, this is very close to just a pile out, but they can just buy like the rest of the chariot races in a warehouse, probably. Maybe that's 2 negative walls for them, or too much, but then the next turn 12, 17, yeah. I mean, I'll buy a province, but I do get triple hit there, which is not bad. So they may not exactly have a win. How much money do I have? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. We should probably double province and just see. Are they just gonna triple province though? Probably. I get so scared every time I have these hands and there's no, there's the encampment in there, but it's not in hand. I'm sure it's the same thing for them. They don't have. I had to play the warehouse a little soon here, I guess, but it didn't matter. I'm sure they can salvage a province and pile. But if I don't take 2 there, then I think they just win on the wharf chariot race thing. I didn't count it out. Maybe wharf chariot race still wasn't good, but there still wasn't enough. I don't know. I'd have to look. I didn't take a whole lot of time to. It looked likely to be hopeless, so I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time puzzling over it. But maybe there was a way. All right, now I have a intrigue. Pure intrigue. The purest of intrigues. Now 5-2 here would be fine. It's not what we have, but I mean, this is like a torture thing. Primarily. There's a question of, you could go like Wishing Well Baron. I'm not even sure you want a Baron. There are a few different things you could think about taking here with the Shantytown. Do you really want an upgrade and then tortures? I think I'm gonna take a silver. Okay, we whiff here. We do have in the next hand. Let's say we could do Baron now. I don't mind the second shanty. I don't super love it either, but so the question here is whether we go second upgrade or tort. Well, it doesn't matter, right? We're gonna, well, it matters a little bit because the Baron could be bottom decked. And if the Baron's bottom decked, then we can't just pick up the other one. So there may be some value to knowing you're gonna have one or the other. Yeah. This is the situation where that matters. The Baron missing was pretty sad, but it's just what it is. Otherwise, the shuffles have been fine, or quite good, actually. We find Shanty. I was going to say, we find Shantytown. This is pretty easy. Baron trash. We'll have to replace it, of course, but so they draw deck, but they didn't get, I mean, they're top decking well, but that's not that great. I mean, it's totally fine, but it's not exciting by any means. We didn't have a Baron right now, so it's not like critical to have the estates. I don't know how much to do on the Shantytowns torture stuff. Or Shantytowns versus other things like Wishing Well. You can do Secret Passage Wishing Well eventually. Why did they take the curse? Find that a little hard to believe. It was correct, but go ahead and get a Baron back. Hopefully we find, that's a little unfortunate. That was quite unlucky to bottom deck. Well, I say quite unlucky. It was a little unlucky. It wasn't hugely unlucky. I should have, well, it's fine. I was going to say I should have probably done the order a little differently there. I could have taken curse and then discarded, of course. But this is okay. You really do live and die by the opening couple hands. Like if you can get a shantytown activation off an upgrade like this kind of stuff. A good wish is they have an upgrade so they get to go. Like if they're gonna play multiple torturers, you can take the curse first anyway. But I'm surprised they gain a curse there. I don't really have probably as many shantytowns as I like. They got a little lucky the past couple turns. This is quite lucky for me though. So can't complain too much. There is still well, we're not doing a lot of attacking. They do keep taking the curses more than I would in general have expected. At least a little bit more than I would have expected. I guess I don't know what they have in hand, but I don't have I can play 2 curses, but it's gonna be I mean there's like a 1. This is maybe just a bad shuffle to play. I was gonna say I get to see 1 card and I drew a shantytown, which was incredibly fortunate. Because there weren't actually a lot of things that work there. I think, you know, I mean, there were a few sequences where it would have been okay, but that was really lucky, actually. This whole run is quite lucky. So I must have 2 curses. So there's a curse left in deck. I mean, it's still more copper than anything, right? Or as bad stuff, though. Yeah, there's only been 1 copper trashed. This was just incredibly lucky. We still have a shot to hit. Well, we should lose the diplomat here. So they went for a 4th torturer. That seems, at this point with the curse, where the curses are at, that seems not great to me. To be honest, but even if they kick off pretty good here, I can do the trashing now. Okay, I was a really lucky turn for me. Just do double upgrade. I just got another one, so I have 3. We could do like passage upgrade. We're not like miles and miles away from a 3 pile either, though. Getting the shanty towns is actually not that easy. Oh. Could just take it. We'll see if they play a third one. They're pretty likely to, but I could go down to Shanty Shanty. Maybe we'll just take it. I'm not sure. I don't really like the conspirator by that much. For them. Not that I mean, I think conspirator is good here. I just don't imagine your issue right now is like getting money necessarily. It feels like draw is maybe a little more valuable. It's like if you play your deck and you get the Baron play, you get quite a bit of money. So I maybe should name Curse. But do we want to take a silver up to something? Going like silver up to Conspirator might make sense. Before doing Curse, or before doing just a copper kill. Okay. Well, this wasn't great. This part of it anyway. We got some... I think I want a diplomat. Okay. Probably should have the autoplay on, though there actually are some spots here where you might want to do it just because of Shantytown. So that makes it a little annoying. Should I just put the estate at the bottom? Here we go, this again. How many shanty towns do we need to keep? We still do have some play with the torturers, right? So maybe we need to keep it. It's like if you don't find torturers, then they're pretty bad. But if you do find torturers, they're quite good. I'm liking the what is now a pretty big gap on the trashing, I think. Maybe not that big. We top deck. So now I was gonna say I probably should take a province. I wasn't even looking for pile outs. I doubt there was one, but I wonder if courtyard is still better than nothing. I think it probably is. I'll try to click. I guess I can turn it on now for this turn at least. I think I want to keep this stuff in hand. I may not have much of a trashing lead after this turn. Guess they just really wanted to do the wish. Well, no, I mean, if you wanted to draw the last card for whatever reason, then... I don't know if I have enough 4s to do it, to do the pile out. I have not two conspirators. I have... Diplomat and Baron and Conspirator, which could be converted into Torture, but I would need some kind of upgrade play that scores points. So I would need to like also do a 3 into like a Baron to gain an estate and then buy the shantytown. I guess I have a couple secret passages. So there's that as well. So it might be possible. I don't know if the draw is quite good enough. I have 4 upgrades. I mean, I would have to play them all for that. I'm thinking it's pretty unlikely. This is a little bit awkward because you wonder if you want to get a wish, or whether you want to try and do something to get your diplomat activated. I guess I can upgrade Courtyard into Shantytown. I mean, I can try to win now. I don't know exactly what that looks like. I mean, certainly drawing maybe I'll just go for it. It might work, it might not. Drawing an upgrade would be nice. For sure. This already misses it though, doesn't it? Because we need... This probably fails. I think we're gonna run out of actions. We're gonna run out of something. This is all the 4s, isn't it? I mean, I had to play the secret passage. Oh no. There was also the estate, I guess, as a... What have I done? Why did I do this? I thought I would get there. If we'd found the torture instead of the secret passage, it would have worked, but... I mean, there's no way it was I mean, it was not in any way guaranteed, so I'm not really sure what compelled me to play for it so aggressively. I don't think they're gonna have a full-on dud. I don't have a baron anymore. What do I have in my... I mean, I can buy a province, maybe? No. All I have are torturers and shantytown in there. I can buy a duchy. I guess that's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a bummer. Maybe they'll dud. I mean, they could dud. I could dud here, though. I mean, I'm... Whoops. Probably not my finest hour. I just went for it. Sometimes you just send it. Okay, well, this doesn't win. Okay, though my win, of course, is not easy at all. Should I get a gold? Gold might be useful if I draw deck. And trashing coppers doesn't seem likely to be that useful. Okay. Well, we would really like to find one of the 4s. And the silver. So there's still diplomat. And guess, what are my stoppy things? I have a duchy in there. I just have duchy, province, and copper are my only like stop stuff. Shantytown is a little bit stoppish. Okay, well this also still does not work. I guess if I had named, I mean, I only had 1 copper in there. It wouldn't have been a crazy wish, but also duchy, and there were other competing wishes with it as far as stop cards at that point. Again, if we had the we can't even really hit 6 or hit 8 here. I'm going to turn this off because I may want to discard. So now they only have to hit $5. Maybe they're both torture or both. Does diplomat work? They probably have it in hand. It's still not in hand. Oh well, that was unfortunate. We almost got it even after the kind of the fumble. I probably should have won that game. I didn't obviously have to go for pile out. So there wasn't like a reason to necessarily force the issue there. So not my finest decision ever. Getting a lot of early set stuff. Don't know. This is a base without village board, so we'll see how that goes. Somebody may just have a 5-2. It would be pretty good here. This is really sad. I don't know. This is not. This does not look very fun to play. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm gonna open remodel silver, I think. I don't know. I mean, sorry about that. Sneezing. Okay. It's like trashing isn't that good because you really want to wedge. Artisan doesn't do that much for you. I mean, you can artisan a moat on top, I guess. Like, I don't know. It's not. You can do the more involved stuff, but there's a good shot that it just collapses under getting cursed a lot if you draw poorly. Now, if you... I mean, this is... like, Money Litter is not actually that good in, like, a witch money kind of deck. But it's okay. Well, okay. And if you open silver, and miss 5, you just lose. Congratulations. This is pretty stupid. It's just the Money Litter, the copper trashing isn't that powerful, and then you just immediately are colliding it with stuff. So, I guarantee the witch is at the bottom of this shuffle. Promise. I promise we don't see the witch in this next hand. Okay, I lied. Alright, well I have a lot of silvers. Isn't necessarily what you want. If we... This is killing me. We can still win if we just get really lucky on the province part. It's possible. It's possible for them to hit 7s and or like 12s and 7s or whatever. I mean, they have quite a bit of money, so we have to be realistic about. They get a third witch, which I'm not totally convinced by. Like, this is huge. Just this 8 exact is huge. That's pretty bad though. The 7 is probably game losing. Well, I can't say I enjoyed this board a whole lot, but well, okay, that was pretty awful ending. That's why recommended sets they mostly have been really good. I mean, I think the other 3 we played were fine and are interesting, but that one was not. I don't think there's anything there that could make it interesting. I don't think playing with more of the kingdom is any good. It might work out sometimes, but I think in general it's probably not very good. So, all right, well, 1-3 on that one. Probably we won't make the cut for this tournament. I don't know what JNLs is doing. JNLs hasn't been scheduling any matches, so not even clear if we'll play a last match, hopefully, but don't know at this point. So Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you all another time.